Game Clique.
I've been doing like a little apology tour since the beginning of the year because first, when January came, well, I guess first I should explain, we do a power ranking list every year. That's supposed to be a list of the top 10 best games of whatever year that is. We dropped 2024's list. Then January came around and I played Like a Dragon Infinite Well for the first time and realized, shit, this should have been on that list. It was good.
Wow, I've never played a Yakuza game, so that's
Me either.
really. I've never played one, and this was the closest I've ever came to playing one was Infinite Well. I think there was enough people talking about it, and I think for a long period of time, like that early part of the year, it was that and Helldivers that I was hearing the most about, and so that was definitely the closest, but I still never pulled the trigger and actually played it.
Yeah, the Like a Dragon joints are a good like entry point. Like that was the reason why I ain't really played the Yakuza games because I didn't want to play 6 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot.
But the Like a Dragons are kind of like a fresh start.
Okay.
So it's really just 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it then.
But that joint's good. And then I just played another game, an indie game called Mouthwashing.
Oh man.
Don't be fooled by the name. It does involve mouthwashing a little bit, but this game, it might be the best narrative in a game that I've experienced in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So Sergio, you say you watched the complete
Yeah, so this was one that recently, shout out to Corey Kenshin, he started uploading again. And that's somebody that me and my partner, we could throw on YouTube. We both like games. We watch gameplays and stuff like that, and we'll just throw that on and watch it. I saw he uploaded this. It was like a 2.5 hour long gameplay, so I was like, I don't know if I got the attention span for this. It was pretty long. But the next day, I listened to people starting to have Game of the Year talks and conversations. And people were talking about this game called Mouthwashing, like games journalists that I really respect. And I remember at the time being like, okay, Mouthwashing, I like horror. I love horror movies, horror games, the whole works. So why haven't I really heard this? Then I went back to that video and I was like, oh wait, Corey played this. So let me just watch this full playthrough. And I just couldn't take my eyes off the screen at any point. I can't even explain it without spoiling anything, but just there's no way to explain to somebody what they are about to play when they play that game. And that's the best thing that I can say about it, I think, Brian, in terms of the story of what you said.
So I know nothing about it other than the fact that Corey Kenshin played it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you two are talking right now, I am very excited, but also nervous.
So you should be,
because I feel like I'm gonna like legit play it now. Like I'm gonna.
I would be excited to watch you play it because and once again, I think I love polarizing media, not in a way where it's like offensively polarizing, but more so polarizing in a way of like some people love this and some people are gonna absolutely hate it. And I think this is a perfect example of that. But I think there's also objective things that this game does so well, like the music. Some of the shots even in this game, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like an actual movie. And so, they just do so many things so well that I think you'll at least be able to push through it that way. But I'll be interested to see how you feel about the story, especially. I think that's the polarizing part for people.
Yeah. I don't want to go too much into it because I definitely do want you to like play it as blind as possible. But I think we can at least like synopsize the beginning like couple of minutes. I think that's safe. That's like not spoiler territory. So the main premise of the game is you're the captain of a cargo spaceship. Y'all delivering something from like one far end of space to the other. And so you're on like a multi-year journey. And something happens and the ship crashes. And y'all are stranded somewhere for like, y'all don't know if y'all can be stranded for like weeks, years, or whatever. And basically like drama ensues and people are like fighting for control. It's like some Lord of the Flies shit.
Okay.
But it gets super trippy.
So question, is it, I do think I want to ask this. So what type of game is it? Like
horror drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
horror drama. I think is a very and you could say in a way it feels dystopian in some cases to me. I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be that, but it feels that way with like the dread that the game makes you feel in a lot of spots. It's a game that's gonna make you feel emotion. Like I said, whether it's I love this, I hate this, I think the story is incredible. I can see people shedding tears to this game in some cases. I can see people getting angry, whatever the case may be. So I just think an indie game being able to move people like that, I think is what I took away from it. And then, like I said, as somebody that also loves movies, I was just so impressed with some of the shots once again in this game that I saw. And I think once again, you'll be able to tell that, once you play it, you'll be like, wow, like they really took their time with this.
I'm excited, man.
If I had to compare it gameplay wise or anything, it's not like 1-to-1 because it's not as scary. But if I had to compare this to anything, I probably would compare it to Alien Isolation based on how it plays.
I can see that.
So it's first person, a lot of like environmental puzzle solving, a lot of using gadgets that you find to find other, ways out and stuff like that.
Not as jump scary though. So a lot of people Alien Isolation don't like it's literally jump scare horror. That's not what this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say no more. That right there gives me a good applicable sense of what to expect too, for sure. Because I know you guys were like highlighting the cinematic value.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then but once I started to try to continue to think on how it was, I was like, okay, so like, how does it play? So that was helpful.
Yeah. No worries. So I think I would like to revisit this once you play it. And like let you see it.
I would love that. Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. It's mad short. Like I heard that Corey beat it in like less than 2 hours. I must suck because it took me about like
No. I think he cut some parts. So I think it's generally like I think people say 3 to 3.5 hours.
Okay, all right. Then.
Range, is where you're supposed to take. So it may take you like a couple of minutes. Yeah. It'll be a good continuation stream, I think. Or you can knock it out in a marathon. Some people are knocking it out in just one swoop because I think the story is that intriguing, and I think your chat and your community are going to be engaged watching it. There's no downtime. There's no. I'm not even gonna say no more. I just want you to play it. I just want to say that.
That's it. We're not gonna touch it. No. So definitely let me know when you're done. We're gonna come back and we're gonna like spoiler free. Like we're gonna talk about this whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm excited. Yeah.